Let's just go into Tamil Nadu and have a look at that. Thought I was losing my mind for a minute. Let's have a look at Tamil Nadu, 39 seats, AIADMK 22, a gain of 13 since last time. This is to, there are changes in alliances here, so these differences are based on exactly the seats that AIADMK got last time. The DMK 14, so 22-14, and the BJP and its allies, mainly its allies, PMK and MDMK, getting 3 seats there. Let's have a look at the vote percentage here. Here it is, AIADMK 40%, the DMK 31%, and the BJP and its allies 14%. Now important though is, let's have a look at the trend. Let's hope the graphs are correct here. I'm sure they are. DMK last time 19, AIADMK on its own 12. What happened in the poll in Feb? The AIADMK had gone up to 27 while the DMK came down to 10. Huge change. The AIADMK then peaked a little and started plateauing off in March, 25 to 11, and this time it is beginning to taper off a bit and the DMK is starting to pick up. Now Ram, if these figures are correct and this trend is correct that the DMK is starting to pick up, how is it managing to counter all the 2G scam and the corruption and the fact that, you know, that it doesn't have an ally this time?
Pranoy, I'd first like to say that if the gap between number 1 and number 2 is, as you say, 9 percentage points in a four-cornered fight, then the gap in seats would be wider than 22 to whatever.
22 to 14, you could be right.
On upward of 25 if in a four-cornered fight.
Right,
because we have experience of that from 1977 and also 1989.
You know what's happening this time, Ram?
If those figures,
you know why this is happening? Because of the breakup of the AIADMK alliance, a lot of the other parties are strong in certain areas, so their votes are concentrated. So if we've gone region-wise and found that overall, while the AIADMK is doing well, in certain areas it's losing seats because it lost its ally there that has pockets of advantage. But you could be right, yeah. Votes to seats conversion is always a tough thing.
Yeah, because my understanding is that in Tamil Nadu it's across the board largely, but let's wait and see. But I would attach more significance to your 9 percentage point lead than to the actual breakdown, but let's wait and see.
Yep.
I think the DMK has waged a pretty good campaign in this, with Stalin exerting himself. I think his eye is on the 2016 assembly poll, and the impression on the ground and from journalists, reporters who are covering it is that the DMK is putting up a pretty good fight. It's about the BJP's alliance that there is some doubt, but I think your figures, I think, confirm my impression that they are far behind number 1 and number 2. The DMK has waged a good campaign to make it much tighter than we thought in the first instance.
What are they campaigning? What is the main point they are raising in their campaign?
I think they are raising issues like the power shortage, appealing to their traditional bases on Sri Lanka, on reservation and so on. A very traditional campaign by the DMK, just reinforcing their own positions on a number of issues like that. And there is a sameness to the two campaigns, especially as Chief Minister Jayalalithaa has now come out criticizing both Congress and the BJP. For the first time in the campaign, she has targeted the BJP, of course, specifically on the Kaveri river water dispute, saying that they are tilting towards Karnataka and have not done justice to Tamil Nadu. So I think there's a certain sameness about the campaign, which explains the narrowing of the race, perhaps. But the DMK is a strong organization on the ground, and it is clear that the Alagiri factor has not made any significant difference.
Right, that's interesting actually, yeah. That would seem like a big decision in the party and has no impact at all, yeah. But 2G and Mr. Raja, Is there a bit of a sympathy factor for him?
I think it's. I don't think so. I don't think, but I think the Nilgiris. We hear that it's a very strong campaign by Raja. I don't think there's sympathy on account of 2G, but it's 2G is only one of the issues that are being raised in this campaign.
What you seem to be saying is mainly local issues.
Because pardon?
You seem to have been highlighting mainly local issues in the campaign. Is that what the focus has been on? Power shortage?
Yes, the power shortage and the reinforcement of their traditional positions rather than attacking each other too much, because there is a sameness to the campaign. So it's a new type of campaign where they're not just targeting each other in the old way, because there are other targets to fight. In particular, anti-Congressism is very strong in this particular campaign. The AIADMK has really targeted the Congress. Only very recently even mentioned the BJP, took on the BJP, but the DMK, I think, has waged a very traditional campaign, reinforcing its own, speaking to its own position, Sri Lanka, the Kaveri water dispute, reservations and so on. So I think that's what it is, and the power shortage, of course. Whereas the AIADMK has been pointing to the several welfare measures that have got quite a lot of publicity in the press before this.
So, Dorab, would Mr. Modi having gone to see Rajnikant, would that have an impact? You wouldn't have picked it up in this poll.
One doesn't know, but I think if Mr. Rajnikant would have joined Mr. Modi, I think they would have an impact.
Huge,
but I think,
been huge. But
Mr. Rajnikant has resisted temptations from many political parties over the years. If he succumbs, I think it will make at least 5-7% difference. It makes a big difference. He's king, after all, of Tamil Nadu.
But the fact that they met and they gave enough photo ops slightly looks, like the cadre is recharged.
Yeah, so if we can manage to get that done.
It has sent a little bit of a worrying factor for both DMK and ADMK. They did not expect the Southern Star to, move so much towards.
Yeah, you see, one thing to bear in mind that unless he picks up more than 8-10%,
yes,
the extra 5% doesn't get him seats. It gets him votes. So you need to pick up a lot more to start getting more seats.
What makes this interesting is that because of a lot of the hype by the BJP in Tamil Nadu on the back of the alliance that they've managed to strike with MDMK, but also with with DMDK, but also in Pondicherry, for example, getting the ruling party into the NDA. They're talking of trying to, getting as many as, there's talk of 5 to 8 seats in BJP circles. And I think somewhere down, it seems like a vast exaggeration, but what makes it piquant is that Jayalalithaa is a potential ally in case Mr. Modi falls short by 30 or 40 or more, and if the NDA falls short.
But they've started being attacking each other now.
Because the more you talk up the BJP or the BJP plus front's prospects in Tamil Nadu, the more is going to be the tension between the BJP and AIADMK. So how durable this tension will be and whether it carries on. So at one level, a spectacular performance by the BJP plus will actually make things very difficult for Jayalalithaa to, in terms of supporting Modi in the future.
Right.